Well, here we are at the Eldon House, free house in the middle of Bristol. So it looks like a real ale venue inside. So we've already sampled one of the real ales, which will probably be not a surprise to you, but we'll take you in and show you where we're playing today. First of all, push the door. It's a wonderful bar area. Potato, excuse me, I'm going to have to go for a potato in a minute. This is where we're playing in the room. So, you can see, I like the flags. So just let me turn around and then you can have a good look. There you go. So as well as the flags, got a nice ceiling. And just starting to bring a few audience in. So here we are at the Eldon House. Hope you enjoy the videos. Down at Swanage.
Hailstones. That can't be right.
It could be actually, yeah.
Hailstones in March. You get a different climate than we do in Shaftesbury here in Bristol, don't you? Just a little flutter, it's gone now. It's all happening. It's all occurring.
We live in Shaftesbury, so we go down to Swanage for our little summer, because it gets too hot for Una. Now bear in mind Shaftesbury is at 600 feet high, so it's quite high. Yeah, 600 feet high. So it's normally 1 degree cooler than anywhere else in Dorset. But that's still not good enough, is it? So what do we do?
I go for a paddle. I have to lay in the water, don't I? With my clothes on, of course. I don't wear swimsuits, I just sit down.
You get pictures of her feet in the water. And we go to Swanage because it's always a degree or two cooler by the seaside than it is anywhere else, especially if the wind comes off the sea.
Well, we're right beside the sea here. Maybe we should move to Bristol.
Well, yeah. Can you get to a beach near Bristol?
Where's there a beach?
Devon Beach.
Devon Beach.
Devon Beach, yeah.
Seven, all right. Okay.
On the train.
On the train, yeah. It's like there's a place we play in Porlock Weir. Porlock Weir is, if you know Porlock Weir, it's in Somerset, it's on the coast. And you sort of got to go Minehead and keep going. And keep fair way across. And we were playing there the other week. And it was the funniest thing ever. Luckily we saw it because it came up on Facebook. They had a 55-mile diversion to get round there. Because they shut the main road and they took you down into Dartmoor, over Dartmoor to come back up the other side of the coast. And we said, that's a 55, anybody better than a 55-mile diversion?
Needless to say, I made loads of sandwiches and a flask. We were grand. And I brought a rug and a pillowcase just in case. And 2 coats. What did you wear?
That's just for the beach, isn't it?
That's just for me.
That's just for the beach, isn't it? Let's do Katie's song.
Oh, this is a fabulous, wonderful, eclectic, eccentric, brilliant, mad, and I've met a few. I'm part of that tribe. I've met some crazy women, but this woman was something else. We met her years ago on our travels in Shropshire, of all places. How she ended up in Shropshire was because her husband fancied being a farmer. So they moved to Bishop's Castle. It's a tiny little village in Shropshire. It's gorgeous. At the top of it, you have one beer, what do you call it, one brewery.
Real ale brewery.
Real ale brewery. At the bottom of the hill, you have another real ale brewery. 2 separate pubs, of course, and one in the middle that nobody goes to. And it's amazing. It's a fabulous place. And we were doing this gig upstairs in a place that had hold, what, 300. There was about 10 in. It was one of those nights. And it was freezing cold outside, and we were all chattering, and I was wearing a big coat I picked up in a charity shop with a mink collar from 200 years ago, so I'm okay. And there's this woman in her Aztec gear, swirling around like a wild dervish, and I like her. Well, we became the best of pals, no bother, and even the village made sure she got home that night. But she was married to a rock star, and when the rock star came to the village, was it the 70s or the 80s?
Late 70s.
Late 70s. He'd have all these parties in his little farm, and you'd have Rod Stewart, Eric Clapton, all these legends. So she's a bit of a legend herself. And I can honestly say now she's drinking tea. It's great. So there we go.
The problem is, after about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you can't get a word out of her because she, I'm afraid, just likes to drink. So you've got a sort of opportunity of window to get to her before 2 o'clock. After 2 o'clock, you're pretty much on your own if you go and say hello to her. But I love the way the local people, she drinks a lot of cider, and I thought it was a bit odd. Sorry, cider drinking. I thought it was a bit odd. They were charging her like £3 for a half instead of £2. I thought, oh, are they ripping her off? Because you notice these things. But at the end of the night, when it came time to go home, she spent all the money up. So the landlord said, don't worry love, we'll pay for a taxi home. So they overcharged her for the drink to pay for the taxi to get her back home. And I thought, that's care of the community as it should be done. So we like this lady called Katie.
Katie only works half of the day. More's the rest. Alcohol washes it away. She danced too close to an open flame. Running was the name. They ran away into the countryside, lived on a small farm in a gypsy caravan. And all the lords came to pay their respects, and they closed them back to nature. Somewhere where lonely had no name. Slowly, slowly, the river rose. No matter what they tried, they could never get dry. They were so good together. They were bad, rolling away at each other's souls, finally parting ways on my side. Katie found herself like John Shaft, and Mother Nature had not been kind, and all the laws came to pay their respects.